Greetings, this is Stasia Bliss, the Kundalini Queen, helping you manage your life force energy. So today I want to talk about alchemy and how the Kundalini process is alchemy. It's the alchemical process of taking in more life force energy in order to shift dimensions and live a different reality. That's basically what it is. So a Kundalini rising really just means you're being initiated for another level of you, another experience of you, of life. And it takes the alchemical combination of two previous realities, a positive and a negative in this case. In the case of moving from a duality matrix to one that's a unity field, this is the main big one. And then there's many small parts of that along the way that probably continue infinitely. But the main shift from the duality to the unity field is really what I like to talk about, because that's the most challenging one, it seems. So in the body, we are doing an alchemical process. We are uniting charges in the body. So a negative charge and a positive charge into a neutral charge. Actually, like in our physiology, we are making this energetic connection, if you will. And we are bringing together our left and right brain. Our nervous systems, parasympathetic and sympathetic, are learning to communicate with each other on a deeper level. We're learning to become intuitive and, like linear, logical, present, structured, all at the same time. So, and in relationship as well, we are learning how to combine our natures, to meld the two psychologies that have brought together in a way that transforms both and brings you to a higher, another reality, a different reality. We like the word higher, but it's not always the case with the alchemy. We are shifting dimensions. So Kundalini rising. Kundalini is life force energy. Rising means, it's taking you through different dimensions of yourself, and that the process by which this happens is alchemical. Like, that's basically what it is. So when we look at this elementally, we can say we're bringing a numerous number of elements together. We're looking at, say, earth, water, air, fire, spirit. We're taking all of the elements together, and we are alchemically combining them in different ways in our consciousness so that they combine and create a different experience, right? So it's happening all the time. Like, our stomach goes through an alchemical process, breaking food down. Our brain is constantly in alchemy. Our liver is transforming different elements and creating hormones. There's like so many different biological alchemical processes that are going on it's also happening on a spiritual level. Spiritually, the energy is combining with matter. Spirit and matter are combining in these different ways. When we bring our consciousness to that, when we become aware of it, it's just the observation itself that changes it. That's the neutral zone in this Kundalini rising element. It's the ability to witness. This is what quantum physics says too, that the observer changes a reality. So as soon as you look at something, it changes. That's true in your life and in your body. And with this life force energy, just becoming aware of it changes your experience of it. And the more you continue to become aware of your body and accepting all parts of you, bringing all parts of you together with a big yes and a love of self, that changes your experience of yourself. When you do that in relationship, and you keep bringing together things that maybe you don't like with ways you can look at it that it makes sense or that it's supportive to your evolution, you're alchemizing all these different so-called triggers or difficulties or things that don't seem to resonate with you fully at first. You allow yourself through your consciousness and your presence to transform these things, to alchemize these things, to make a different experience for yourself, that it is of a new dimension. So, you are the alchemist of your life. I am the alchemist of my life. Together we are the alchemists of reality, the collective experience. So as you become aware right now, just of your life presence, your body, your breath, the thoughts that are in your mind, and you don't judge them, because that's the old duality matrix. You don't go, oh, I shouldn't have that thought, and oh, I should have that thought. You just go, those thoughts are present. Okay? Cool. And you just observe. And suddenly those elements combine in the cauldron of your consciousness. And your head, and your skull, and your mind, and your brain. They literally combine. And this acceptance element of yourself, this witnessing with love and compassion, and this non-judgment mind, you're just like, that transforms, that alchemizes, that takes to the next level everything. Because it's only when we are fearing judgment, right, that we run and hide, and the thing doesn't change. In fact, it lowers its consciousness. When there's judgment placed upon it, it shrinks. Life force sucks out. So when we look at something and we embrace it and we love it for being present, for showing itself bravely, and that's every thought. That doesn't mean you have to go and act on every thought. This is where laws and stuff had to be constructed, because, like every thought you have or feeling you have doesn't have to become an action. But in presence, in observer mind, we can love all those things and make space for them to come up and out of the psyche, because they are also wishing to evolve, wishing to alchemize into something new. But the only way that can happen is for that full non-judgmental presence of the observer in you. That is your God self, that is your higher mind, your Christ consciousness. That part of you looks non-judgmentally at your dualistic nature and thoughts. It's like, okay, I see. Zero judgment, just the courtroom of love. And those things shift, they change, they alchemize, they elevate, because no judgment's there. This is how we leap from duality to unity, from the split self, good, bad, the devil and the angel on the shoulder, to oneness, to the God realms, if you will, the space where we can truly see each other with love and compassion and hold space for the highest presence in each one of us to show up. If someone shows you zero judgment, 100% love, compassion, and hold space for you, they want to rise. They first might try to give you all the reasons they're not worthy of rising. When you hold that judgmental space, they tend to throw up all of their self-guilt and self-judgment. And still, when we can hold space and go, okay, cool. Get it out. Awesome. And hold that loving presence. Then there is a rise. A Kundalini rise. A life force energy rise. And that is the alchemy. Thank you for joining me again, Stage of Bliss. I do hope that if you need assistance on any of these matters, if you're having a difficult time locking in and you think you would benefit from a one-on-one, please send me a message. Either leave me a message below, or you can reach me on Facebook. Stage of Bliss, the Kundalini Coach. I have a page there, and just my private page as well. You can send me a message. And I am here to support you in this process. I feel like this is a really important time of reality, that we get really conscious of our energy and management of that. And truly, when we can manage our own presence, that it affects all of the planet. So thank you for taking time to watch this, caring about your life force energy. It really does mean a lot. And we'll see you next time.